Hey folks, welcome back to the Portable Gamer, welcome back to Farming Simulator 2017, and welcome back to Hermanns Eck. So, animal trailer. Well, we've already got cows, we've already got pigs, so let's get our wool operation going. Let's get some sheep. So we got three phases to this today. First thing we're going to do is get some water over there for those animals. And we're going to use our 5 for that. I think because it's the biggest and water is the heaviest from the standpoint of wetness. So let's go ahead and get this over there. Now the cool thing is the sheep are really not too far from the main farm. They're just right down the road a piece. So we can do this fairly quickly. And we've already got our hay loaded up on the flatbed, on our little flatbed trailer with the Steyr and a front loader and a bale spike on there. And then you saw I just rented the animal trailer. We don't need to own one, and we really don't have the space for it anyway. Although there are a lot of sheds scattered around this map, so we could put things in various places and have access to them. Like we've got our potato planter off-site. It's at another shed some distance from the farm. But I don't know. I mean, we just don't need it. We just don't need to own it. We won't be buying animals that much. Now, next year, when we're selling pigs, and I think for a farm this size, I think probably 80 to 100 pigs, 80 to 100 hogs would be about right. So I think as we get more pigs next year, then we will be selling them. I don't know, it doesn't have to be all the time, maybe once a year we could sell pigs when the price is right. But we may want to have an animal trailer when we're doing that, only because cost effectiveness is going to change a little bit when we're using it a lot. But for now, we're only going to use it just a couple of times per season. We don't really need it as a permanent piece on our farm. Permanent piece of kit. Right, let's get this thing backed up into the creek. And what I may do, again, depending on time, what I may do, depending on time, is I may just park this thing up and leave water in it. I may... There we go. Beautiful. I may take it over to the brewery. Our brewery is making us a ton of money. We just sold, you can see we have almost 100,000 pounds, euro. And the reason is we sold 48,000 euro of beer this morning. We sold all the beer that we had at the brewery. And then I refilled the barley and the wheat. And like I said, we'll take this over and we'll drop some water off for the sheep. And then what's left, we may just take over to the brewery. Or, well, you know what? We may not, because we're going to take this to the sheep right now. And the trough won't take a whole lot because we don't own any sheep yet. But then as soon as we buy some, the capacity will go up. So rather than, yeah, you see what I'm saying. Rather than fill this, drop off a few hundred liters at the sheep, drop the rest off at the brewery, and then need to go get a little bit more to top off the trough. Once we own animals, maybe we'll just leave this somewhere. Yeah. Okay. We'll figure it out. We always do. We always do. Right. And this is... Yep. Glad we brought the 5. Now, we did tow this thing up out of that little valley with the MB track. But 10,000 liters of water has some weight to it. Is no joke. Okay. This is the sheep operation right here. And I think I remember... yeah, it's right there. Now, can I do this pretty? Maybe. It's like it's just going slow. It's just going slow, and then it gets that tiny bit of momentum and just instantly starts to jackknife. We got it, I think. Beautiful. Okay, so let's go back to the farm. which is only right around the corner. And the reason we're going back to the farm is so we don't teleport. We agreed not to do that. So this is going to seem a little bit tedious, right? But what I'll probably do, yeah, I won't bring this back over and fill the trough again, but I'm not going to empty it at the brewery because we will have to put more water in there once we buy animals. Not a whole lot more. Now, next question is, can I make this steep climb up to the farm with all this water in here? It's been a struggle a couple of times. I think with the 5, we ought to be able to make it. We ought to. And in fact, I'm going to go up this one. You ready for my logic? I'm going to go up this one because if we don't make it up this hill and I have to park the tractor here, I don't want to be blocking the driveway as we try to get down it. We'll make it. We'll make it. Okay, very cool. So right, we'll take the hay over now. Okay, we'll take the hay over. I'll unload one bale into the trough, and then I'm just going to leave the trailer there. Because, again, we can't teleport, but I don't want to drive the trailer all the way back just to take it back again. Or maybe I will. I don't know. Trying to be both realistic and make an interesting video. Those two, I have to say, don't always go together. Right, around the corner right there. And then we also have to find out where the animal dealer is. I think I remember we've been there one time to buy slurry. We installed our placeable slurry spigot at the animal dealer. So I know I've been there at least once, but I don't, off the top of my head, know exactly where it is. Fortunately, we can look it up. And Farm Simulator has something that I rarely use. In one of the maps, there is a way that you can essentially make like a beam just glowing out the top of of any area that you designate. I'll leave that running because it was working pretty hard. So, into the Steyr. Yeah, you can make a kind of a glowing marker come up from anything on the map. So maybe we'll do that so we can find a... God, that's loud. So we can definitely find our animal dealer. We'll find it. We'll find it. It's not that far away. Right, so... Same trip. And I also realized there's a compost master on this map. And that's a good thing because there's quite a bit of grass. And we already have a lot of hay bales. So I think we may want to turn some grass. If not first cut, then maybe second cut. We're going to want to turn some grass into compost because we just don't need that many hay bales. We're going to have plenty. We just don't need that many. So we will get the compost master going. And today, this episode, I was going to go rent, the only way to get fuel into the compost master is with Farmer Andy's Coda Universal pack. So I was going to rent the fuel Bowser. And again, the Bowser that we have, the one that we just used for water, will take fuel, but I believe then all you can do is fuel vehicles with it. I don't know. There is some limitation. How do we want to do this? Let's do it this way. Come on. So I'm going to park this right here. Take the ratchet straps off. Drop the trailer. Right? See what I'm doing? And we'll just go into the road. Because they know us in this town. They know how we are. Right. Move this up. Right about here. Right about here. And pretty, but when is it ever? You know what I'm saying? When are we ever about the pretty? We're strictly about the efficiency on this farm. Just getting it done. I mean, it's nice to have everything work out super pretty, and when I can nail it like that, I definitely feel it, but mostly we're just trying to get things done. Alright, so I think I saw, yep, right there. I think I saw. Boom. So now that's done. I'm going to leave the trailer here and just deadhead back to the farm. We'll go get our animals, keep things moving. And I'm also scouting some places on the map. I'm sorry, on the map, on the farm. Moment. Is this anything? Nope. Is that decorative? Interesting. Interesting. Okay, I think that's just visual. I don't think that does anything. In you go. Break off. Here we go. So back to the farm, into the MB track, and to the animal dealer. Tell you what, let's go in cab. Make it a little easier to see when we're going under all these trees. Through here. And about here. Perfect. And let's see, how are we doing on time? 12 minutes. Oh, we're killing it, man. Very efficient today. Good use of time. We may have time to take fuel down to the compost master. Just to be quick, put this right here. Up in this. And where is the animal dealer? It is across the highway, right here. So if I go out and around this way, we can get to it, but then how do we get back? And up around there? That might work. Okay. So that means this guy will go out here. And then to the left rather than to the right. We get a mini map going. Looks like it's going to rain too. Nice fog effect. Although some of that, I have to say, is reshade in SweetFX. I really do like the way that makes Farming Simulator 2017. Look, it's early here. I've been recording these earlier and earlier. So yeah, Farmer Simulator 2017. So across the river. Down at this end of the map. We rarely come down here, but it's pretty down here. Carefully. Carefully. So we go around, and we want to be stay to the right. Okay. So far, so good. Oh dear. So we're here. More or less we're here. We're just going to find the trigger. Oh, it's right there. All right, so we want sheep. I guess we'll take 10. Confirm. Yes. There they are. Throw some beacons on. Let's do it. And I believe we can go around the back here. Yeah. Now, I seem to recall in one of our earlier episodes, if I'm not mistaken, we tried this and we ended up not quite lost, but you know what I mean? We ended up like driving across some fields and it was a big scene, so I'll try to avoid that today. I think we just want to go here. And then at some point turn down to the river. Surely there's a cutoff. Yep, I think I see one. Across the river, up and out. And then, yeah. Oh, no, there it is. Eventually. So we get a little switchback. Should be able to make this turn, I hope. Rocks everywhere. Beautiful. Another switchback. All right, and we're getting further and further. Ah, that's where we want to be, right there. Right there. So through here, carefully, carefully. Here. Oh. Trickery. Where's our crossing? Ah. It's behind. Okay. Do we own this field? We do not. You know what? Let's be good neighbors. Let's be good citizens and not drive in this field. We can do this. Is that enough room to clear it? Probably not. Oh, you know, things have been going pretty good this episode. I don't want to make a mess of it now. Let's hope for the best here. Clear that post. Just barely. Oh, okay. This is the turn we were looking for. Is it? Another switchback. We're getting closer to the river, though. Closer and closer. Another switchback. Right. Is this our crossing? It is. Okay. So then we'll come up out of the river, back onto the pavement. And we should be very, very close to the sheep farm. So we are. Okay. Now, there's a gate. There's a gate right over here somewhere, yeah. Set the brake. Okay. I assume that's it. Don't need those. Let's see if we can do this in one swing. See if we can do this in 2 swings. Come on. Ah! I was reaching for the key on my keyboard to lock in 4-wheel drive, and it chose that moment to drift away on me. Okay. Unload. Certainly. Unload all 10. There you go. Welcome to your new home. So we'll get this out here. How are we doing on time? Like that. Set the brake. Let's see how we're doing. Everybody's happy. Beautiful. Okay. See how we're doing on time. 22 minutes. Do you want to get fuel? Take it down to the compost master? I think that would be a bad idea. Let's do this. No, everything's full. Water and fuel. Water and fuel. Water and food are both full. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Okay, so they don't need anything. We'll take this back to the farm. We'll park it up. In fact, we'll take this back. We will take it back to the farm because we have enough money to get more animals, but I'll do that off camera. Okay, it's a deal. Let's run this back to the farm. We'll park it up. We'll end the episode. And then off camera, I will empty the Bowser of the brewery, unload the hay bales from the flatbed, get that back to the farm and get it parked up, and I will also buy some more animals. Probably, I don't know if we can buy another 10 because it was, what, 46,000? I don't know if I want to take us down to 2,000 pounds, but we're going to have another probably 6 pallets of beer for 72 grand. So I don't know that we need to worry about money really ever. This is going to be, we're going to make a lot of money on this map to the point where I think we may be able to buy a wind turbine, which is sort of that's like my benchmark. If you can buy a wind turbine, you've made it, because those things make you, what, like 25,000 euro an hour? It's a ridiculous amount of money. So if we get €1 million, if we get £1 million, we'll buy a wind turbine, and at that point, on a farm this size, 25,000 pounds per hour is, we're loaded. We're set for life. Beautiful. Let's just park this right here. Fantastic. Okay, we had a couple of close calls, but for the most part, this was a really smooth episode. Very nice. Oh, there's a little screenshot. Just like so. Just like so. There you go. Folks, thanks for stopping back to check out The Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Farming Simulator 2017 from Hermanns Eck. We'll see you next time. Take care.